And we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome in to The Lost Frontier, our Star Trek Adventures actual play. I am Anita, and I am your GM for this evening. Um, my pronouns are she, they. And I am very excited to get started with this episode. Episode number 6. This is the third to last before we go on a potential break. Question mark. Maybe come back for another season? Question mark. Huh? Um, The Persistence of Memory is the title of this episode. With me, I have an amazing cast and crew that are helming this intrepid voyage, and we will start, without any further ado, with AJ. Tell us who you are. Tell us who you're playing.
Hi, I'm AJ, also known as Sushi Kid, and I play Dr. Tixel Tix. My pronouns are he, him. Tixel Tix is he, they. I'm nervous because of the title. I'm scared. Help me, please.
Next up, we have Wassa.
G'day everyone, I'm Wasa, pronouns they, them, and I play Lieutenant Commander Nalani Nadam, the pilot. She, they are their pronouns.
Next up, we have our ever stoic Vulcan science officer, Sarah.
Hi, I'm Osaric Franco. I play Taru. Both her and my pronouns are she, her.
And finally, last but not least, our security chief, Milan.
Good day to you all. I am Milan. I use he, him pronouns, and tonight I will be playing Dovum, or Lieutenant Commander Dovum if you don't know him. And we both use he, him pronouns.
And with that, my brain is going to blank, and I'm not going to know exactly where to start this episode.
Space. The Lost Frontier.
Frontier.
Credits roll. So we start off with space and the USS Solstice cruising through at warp, just finalizing the last of their business over at Starbase 5 before finally heading off with this new information towards the rally. The camera sort of shifts to the interior of the ship, and the towards the bridge, and you can see the captain sitting and sort of looking out at the starfield, all sort of pondering this. Over top, we hear the captain's log. It's been less than a day since we've left Starbase 5 on our way to the anomaly and the last known coordinates of the USS Raleigh. I'd be lying if I wasn't troubled by what we saw on the videos submitted to us by our Section 31 friend. It's going to be the first not real challenge. It's times like this that I feel faced, seeing myself lying on the floor of this very bridge. It's hard not to come to grips with your own mortality when you see something like that. But like anything, time is fluid. Maybe we'll find some answers and some solutions there. The camera shifts to the corridor and Nara walking through the halls. Eventually, they make their way to sickbay and press the small button to enter. They walk in, stand sort of patiently, and stepping out from inside the chief medical officer's room is a tall-ish woman, about mid-50s, sort of graying hair on the sides, blue doctor's uniform, and looks at Nara. Can I help you? Yes, I'm here to see Dr. Tix. We have a nurse, Tix. I'm Dr. Llewellyn. I don't think I've seen you on the ship before. And that's when our opening credits start.
We're just going right into it, I guess.
We're just gonna dive right in.
Oh fuck.
Why not?
Me scrolling through where my notes are.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I'm so excited for this.
Oh boy. Okay.
The camera will pan. Tix, you walk in. You've got the same amount of pips on your collar. Still in the blue uniform. And Nara sort of gives you a curious look. Did you get demoted?
Now here's the thing. Oh man, how do I want to play this? I don't even know. I don't even. Okay.
How do you want to tell this story? Do we want to tell this story from the perspective of you do remember, like a small fragment, or do we want to play this story as I'm actually going to leave this entirely in the hands of my players? Or do you want to play this as, like, which do you think is better for the narrative here?
I can't even begin to decide. Like, a part of me kind of loves the like alternate dimension versions of ourselves, just to like get to explore the different aspects of the characters and how they're different. But I also love the idea of being like, the fuck is going on? Like,
Hey, doctor. I went around and did the checked up on everyone, and oh, hey, Nara.
Hi, did you get demoted?
Did I get? No, I don't. I've always been a nurse. What are you feeling okay, Nara?
Everything seems to be operating at normal parameters. I just don't recognize Dr. Llewellyn.
Yeah, this is Dr. Llewellyn. I have been. Remember, just a couple of days ago, we introduced her. She came in a little bit later. She met us at the station, but yeah, I've been training under Dr. Llewellyn for all my time here in the Solstice.
You were the doctor. You were the ship's chief medical officer. And Dr. Llewellyn pipes in. I mean, Tix is good. Tix has the potential to do that, but Tix is not quite there yet. And I don't quite remember putting them in for a promotion.
But Nara, give me like 5 minutes. I'll go right with you. We
Okay.
still have our plans, right?
Yeah, we were supposed to meet for dinner in the mess, even though I don't eat, but it's a natural ritual that bipedal humanoids do. And then we were going to go for a walk on the holodeck. You were going to show me Talaxia.
Oh, yes. Yeah, give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna just give these reports and I will be right with you, Nara. And I will give Nara a kiss on the cheek.
Okay. And Nara looks very confused right now.
Nara will also see that Tix does not have a prosthetic hand.
Did you get a replacement?
What do you mean?
They sort of hold your hand. I'll be right outside.
Do you think maybe
There's like
we
almost a stammering pseudo electronic in Nara's vocal processors.
before we go to dinner, should we check in with Taru? Maybe something's up with uh the android body? Like maybe it's messing with some of your memories?
Perhaps there is some sort of fault in the holographic emitter. I should go to Taru and Savan for a proper diagnostic.
Okay. I'll meet you in the science lab then.
Who's Savan?
I think Tix will still say what they say. And still I'll meet you in the science lab.
All right.
Dr. Lorraine?
Nurse Tix, yes.
Here's the report. Everyone seems to be doing well so far.
Also, you've known me for so long, Tix. You can just call me Adrian.
I know, but you know, I just want to, you know, the monthly report is coming in, and I just want to make sure that
You're not going to get held up on protocol.
Are you sure? The last commander that was on the Solstice was really strict.
Oh, the captain, Captain Till seems to have a fairly level head on their shoulders, so. Okay, let's get weird. Okay. The camera sort of fades and follows Nara as they're walking through the ship, and several crew members pass by. There's Ensign Shaiks sort of gives Nara a nod. and Nara sort of makes a look at the fact that there's a Lieutenant Junior grade. There's the extra pip on now Lieutenant Junior grade Sheik's collar. And just every single time there's something that's ever so slightly different about each of the crew members as Nara passes them through the hallway. And every single time there's a difference, a discrepancy. You can see it starts as that sort of vocal tremor, but there's a almost imperceptible flutter in the holographic matrix that is Nara's physical form. And the door swishes open. And you see Nara step in to the science lab, Taru. Oh.
Hello, hi, how are you? Come on in, come sit down. Oh, sorry, I'm just wrapping up. I'm just sorry. I was really excited about this project I've been working on. I finally think I cracked it. So just, yeah, if you want to come take a seat, I'll get right to you. It's just, if I bump this, I'll probably melt out my eye.
Are you feeling okay, Taru?
Oh yeah, I'm totally fine. It's just, I always get a little nervous when dealing with, unstable compounds. I'm sorry, I actually don't know who you are. Are you new to the ship?
Nara. I came aboard after the Matador?
Taru's gonna, finish topping off some chemicals and go, yeah, perfect. Before kind of sliding them back to the center, and turning and looking. The Matador. Nope, that doesn't ring a bell for me.
But Dr. Tix remembers me.
Dr. Tix. Oh gosh. I am just new to the crew. I don't remember. I thought the doctor's name was something else. But I have a facts and figures that just kind of flit through. I'm honestly really surprised that they gave me this position. Anyways, but I'm a bit of an anomaly anyways.
Where is Savan?
Who?
Your mentor.
My mentor.
And Dorian. Bad attitude. Kind of gruff but lovable.
I mean, I guess I'm bad. I'm worse with faces and names than I realized. Sometimes I just get really focused on my studies. I had a mentor back at the academy. They're the ones that encouraged me to maybe, continue with my passions. But I don't know. Are you all right? Nara, was it?
Nara. Yeah. Yes.
Well, here.
You can see that there's almost this flutter of energy.
Yeah.
Around them.
Well, come sit down, and we can talk through your feelings. See what's going on. It looks like maybe something's happening with your emitter. I can check the specs on it, make sure everything's up to snuff.
Thank you.
Of course. I'm so happy that you came here and allowed me to help you. Let's see here. And Taru is going to go over and start kind of checking the emitter. Make sure everything's okay.
Make me a reason plus engineering roll.
Okay. Let me double check my stats with those. Ooh. Oh, I just barely made it. I got a 12 and an 11, and they're both under.
Okay, It almost seems like there's some sort of data discrepancy that's causing a feedback loop.
It looks like there's some sort of feedback happening in your system. It's something that we can probably take a look at and get a better feel on. Oh gosh, it's been a long time since I looked into this kind of thing, though. Probably
Who is the chief engineer aboard this vessel?
the chief engineer. I believe it's, ooh. Now I'm gonna have to try and remember faces and names. Okay, he's, Dovum, I think? I think that's it. Ooh, I'm sorry. I really wish I could remember better. It's something my parents were always getting me after me for, but you know. We could probably call him up right now if you would rather just sit and stay. You seem really distressed.
I think. Do you remember the reason why we're heading towards the anomaly?
Yeah, I believe that we're on our way to investigate another ship got caught in some sort of anomaly there.
And you do remember the briefing
Mhm.
and the things that you saw there.
Yeah. My understanding is, things are going to get kind of weird. So, best to be at our best, which is why we can't have you feeling like this. That must feel terrible.
I think I need to speak to the captain, perhaps, and you see the emitter begin to flicker.
Oh, okay. All right. Absolutely. We'll call the captain in and see, and maybe talk to him. In the meantime, how about you tell me 5 things in the room you can see? And Taru's gonna move over to a console and quickly send out a message to senior staff, I guess. But specifically calling for the captain.
And it sort of cuts from there. Tix, you enter the room at the same time and you begin to see Nara glitching, for lack of a better term.
Hey, Nara. What did Drew say? Are you feeling? How are you feeling?
Something is wrong. This is not how I remember. Everything is different, and you're not different. Well, you are. You're supposed to be the doctor, but you're not. You're a nurse. And Taru has emotions, and Dovum's the chief engineer, and where's Nolani? Is Nolani still the pilot? Nolani is still the pilot. Or actually, that's a question up for my players. That's a question up for my players.
I think Nolani is a pilot. I think Nolani's in security. That's how it's going.
Oh, you mean security Nadan?
Security chief? No. Can I have access to the ship systems? I mean, I know that normally I would just go in, but I'm trying to ask for permission rather than...
Yeah. I mean, yeah. True. Can we use the console here?
Oh, hi. Yeah, sorry. I don't know if I remember you. You
I'm
Medical Bay, right?
I'm a medical officer. Tixel Tix.
Nurse
Nurse
Tix.
Tix. Nurse Tix.
Nurse Tix.
I
Okay.
I checked you. I did your checkup literally 20 minutes ago.
Oh, sorry. I just, you're right. I was late. I'm always late to everything. A little bit scatterbrained, just can really focus on the work here. But hey, it's nice to see you again. It seems like our friend Nara here is experiencing some discrepancies. So I'm really glad that you're here. I don't know. Well, unless you guys are friends.
Oh, Nara is my partner.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh,
That's so wonderful
we
for both
we
of you.
put a label on that?
Yeah.
How long have we been coupled? Coupled?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
maybe we
it's
can-
it's still fairly new. It's only been like
right.
2
Yep.
weeks. It's
No pressure, no need to explain at all. Your emotions are totally your business.
I don't
but yeah,
necessarily have them, and you shouldn't either.
Oh, I mean,
But yeah, Nara, go ahead. You can use the console.
yes.
And you see Nara place their hands on this console, and it begins to sort of glow.
I just lean over to Teru's
And you
like,
also see the glitches get a little bit worse, and then subside.
I just lean over to Teru. Is like, the glowing part is my favorite.
Oh, well, I mean, as long as it brings you joy.
Teru, can you please do a scan? Sensor sweep.
Oh, certainly, absolutely. And Chiru will walk over. Is there something in particular that we're looking for, hoping to find?
Tachyon emissions?
Okay, great. What do you
The
want
door
me to roll?
slides open, and in walks a still in yellow, but also now in yellow, Nalani, Dovum, and the captain.
So wait, am I the one that, like, am I the one that's lower rank than everyone else now?
You're still the same rank.
Oh, I'm still
You're
same
still
rank.
you're still the same rank. You just have the position on the
Okay.
as you're
Mhm.
the nurse.
I think
Or
I'd be
also-
on a different track, actually.
You would be on engineering track.
Like, I don't think I would be. I think I'm enlisted instead of.
You could still be a commissioned officer. You don't have to necessarily be non-com. Mostly the reason why Sovan is a non-com officer is because they don't necessarily flow easily with the rules of Starfleet. They kind of like to do their own thing, so they never actually formally went to Starfleet Academy. So they're a non-commissioned officer.
Oh, hi everybody. Welcome. There are enough stools. Be careful though. One of them I super duper didn't wipe off after there was like an acid incident. So maybe just like watch yourself while I figure this out.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I should explain. Nara here is seeming to have some sort of discrepancy. There's like a feedback loop happening. It's making her their emitter not work so great, I think. I'm actually going to do a scan for some tachyon shenanigans. But I figured it was probably best if we were all here to kind of like talk through it, you know, throw some ideas around, see what sticks.
That seems perfectly acceptable, Teru, Lieutenant. The holographic emitter seems to like glitch one last time and then stabilize. Dovum, you see that seems a little off from standard parameters.
Here, let me take a look at you, Nara. Make sure maybe there's a corrupted or redundant memory file or something.
I've already supplanted my memories with the ones currently available in the ship's systems. That should temporarily remedy, but if any more changes occur, I don't know how much longer I can continue to be stable.
Changes? What do you mean?
Taru, please make me a sensor sweep with your reason plus science. You can also have the ship sensors assist you if someone would like to roll for the ship. They
Roll
can. Also, hi Darby. Thank you for that, Bane.
Darby, you've done enough. Go back to sleep.
All right, that is a 3 and a 6 under 16.
I can roll for the ship. I have the ship stuff.
You've got the ship's stats up.
Yeah, what am I rolling on the ships?
Use the ship's, I believe it's computers plus. Let me just grab the ship so that way I can actually see the stats.
Or sensors?
Sensors plus science, I believe.
Okay.
Here's the ship. The USS Solstice. Yes, that would be sensors plus science. So just give 1 die to assist in Taru's roll.
Oh, 1 die? Okay,
Yes.
I got a 6.
Okay, that's under, so that is a success.
I also have computer expertise. Whenever you attempt a task that involves the programming or study of a computer system, I don't know if that necessarily counts in this moment.
Does it?
But I get to add an extra d20.
You know what? Sure. Why not?
Sick. Awesome. So that's a 7. So 3 successes.
Okay. With 3 successes, that does give you a point of momentum. You sense high levels of tachyon radiation. Actually, not necessarily high levels. It seems to be like a low-level field, but it seems to be coming in pulses and waves. Things are
Now, this
different.
is really interesting. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Nara.
No, it's fine. What's interesting? What did you find?
Well, it looks like there's really a high level, a frequency of pulses and waves of tachyon radiation. I'm assuming it's coming from the anomaly because that would make sense. But I mean, it could be the effects of something like this could be far-reaching. It's a lot of activity. And understanding our briefing from before, whenever there were pulses, things kind of changed outside of the way that they were supposed to be.
That explains everything. And you see Nara place their hands on the console again. And this is an upload of my current memories of everything aboard the USS Solstice. And the screens pop up, and you can see crew list manifest and data files of all of Nara's memories. There are several discrepancies across the board. My memory is meant to be eidetic and perfect, but clearly the anomaly's tachyon pulses are changing the structure of the ship in unforeseen ways. Dr. Tixel-Tix, mentored by Dr. Llewellyn. Dr. Llewellyn passed away aboard on planet while on mission. Tix was able to cure the disease, but lost a hand in the process. Lieutenant Charu underwent the Kolonor process at age 64. Lieutenant Commander Dovin Baran, Security Chief. Some connection to Section 31. Unknown. Former Bajoran resistance militia.
I was never in the resistance. I mean,
Nilani, I assume.
I helped them out, obviously. I helped smuggle them supplies and stuff, but I'm not a fighter.
Nilani Nadan, Chief's pilot. Ship's pilot. Mentored by Emrys Greaves of Section 31. Of Starfleet Intelligence. Not Section 31. That was me.
Gee.
That was me making a mistake. That was GM mistake. That was not Nara.
Section 31.
Right. Interesting.
I came aboard after the events with the USS Matador. A living memory of everything that my planet has experienced, along with everything that I have experienced over the course of the last several thousand years. Planet in the Gamma Quadrant destroyed.
I mean, this is very unusual.
The captain's sort of looking at this. I don't look like I've changed all that much. I'm still joined. My service record's still pretty much the same. Except I guess I didn't... It says that Dovin was with me aboard the Galapagos. That's not right.
Yeah, I was stationed elsewhere. I was on a space station.
You're on Deep Space Nine, right?
I mean, yeah, I left. I had to leave along with all the other Starfleet officers during its occupation. Second one.
If the tachyon pulses are affecting the timelines of the crew, how do we stop it?
We can set up an inverse tachyon field with we don't have a deflector grid, but I think I can cook something up.
I'd be happy to help. I think we have enough materials here. If we put our minds together, I'm sure we can figure something out.
I mean, it won't reverse anything, but at least it might stop it for now.
Keep us from drifting further away from the
Stabilization
point of
sounds good.
reality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, with a high enough type of delta radiation, maybe we can get the flow of tachyons to invert and actually start fixing the timeline.
I mean, certainly it's theoretically possible, but I guess my question is that what we want? I feel very much myself.
And there are people aboard this ship that are dead in this other timeline.
And
True.
it's just then that the door sort of opens up, and Dr. Llewellyn comes in. I heard we were having a meeting of the senior staff.
Correct. Come on in.
I think we'll have to cancel our rugby game, Doctor.
Oh?
This one looks like an all-nighter.
And Llewellyn looks at the screen and sees the service record. Oh. This is all very wrong.
I don't want my mentor to die.
And Llewellyn just sort of like stares, looking at the screen. What's going on?
Well, do you want the long explanation or the short explanation?
I think the short explanation is that there's some sort of time travel things going on, and I'm not supposed to be here?
Correct. And
Yeah.
while that might feel a little bit like, you know, the weight of existence pounding against your morale, and I wouldn't blame you, I think that there's probably a way that we can resolve this.
Nara, did you have access to any of the personal logs from this other timeline?
Negative. That would be an invasion of privacy, and
I was gonna look at my own, actually.
well, I wouldn't want to have access to your personal logs. I didn't think that it was very prudent to.
I would probably say that I don't know. We wouldn't know. I was gonna say they would have had probably one or two of Tix's, but I don't know.
Unless Tix gave them to them.
Dylan, can I ask why you would look?
You can
you're
always spend
looking
it. You can always spend. Here's the thing: with momentum, you can do several things. One of the things you can do is you can spend a point of momentum to create an advantage or to insert a point of plot into the scene. If you would like Nara to have had your personal logs, you can spend that point of momentum, and it can happen. It can rewrite the scene.
I think it for Tix, I think it would Tix would have shown Nara their personal logs to show a different form of remembrance, and also, you know, having those deep late night high talks without being high, because I don't know if you can get high in space. That's another question for a different time.
That is the ethics of whether or not Starfleet officers get high on duty. We'll see how the war on drugs came out a different time.
During the eugenics war, marijuana went extinct on Earth.
That's a different.
Oh no!
That's a different timeline.
That's a different timeline. Talk
But
to
yeah,
Ship HR about that.
I
Great
think I'm
question.
going to spend a momentum to say that Nara had access to some of Tix's personal logs.
Okay. We will take away that. I mean, honestly, if you wanted, if you all wanted to, you could spend that point of momentum to make it so that she has all your personal logs, not necessarily just Tix's.
I feel like it makes. sense. Or go for it.
Well, I had another idea for something for Dovum, but yeah, if we decide as a group that she has all of our personal information.
But like
API
Pinky
access.
promised to never look at it, kind of a deal.
Yeah. They might
Yeah.
be partitioned off on a special
Yeah.
drive.
Accidentally downloaded it during the first
Wow,
Interaction.
Dovum
When
has
she-
a lot. Dovum has a lot of fan fiction in here.
and then
Not the
Jordy
fanfiction.
and Data kissed.
Enterprise fan fiction? Oh no.
That would. I would be questioning Dovum. Dovum, those are real people.
All right, we'll
I
spend
don't do
point
that.
of
Blame the other
momentum,
guy.
And we'll rewind it just a little bit. Don't know why I sounded like a villager there, but let's go with it.
It worked. It worked.
This cat is harassing me and needs to go away. I love you, but bye. So the Dovum, you ask, do you happen to have access to our personal logs? And Nara gets quiet for a second and says, I do, but I was promised not to. I promised you all that I wouldn't access them.
Let us read our own and see if there's anything we can find in there.
So,
We give you permission?
Nara uploads the personal logs from the computer system.
Indulge me all, if you will, for a moment. Now, rather obviously, I'm a Bajoran. I've never been too religious myself, but just skimming through this other Dovum is quite pious. But from the science part of things, us Bajorans are bombarded with tachyon radiation from the wormhole since we're born, pretty much. The service record looked familiar, and then now reading these personal logs, you ever get deja vu?
Here's the question for Dovum specifically. Have you ever had an experience with the Orb of Time?
I don't think either of them have explicitly had that experience. No. But I was going to say, I feel like I've seen some of these events in dreams before. And this other Dovum writes about their dreams a lot, and they've had some of my memories in their dreams.
I think Tix is kind of like scrolling through their stuff and
Their personal logs.
And probably went back to when he first started. And
Question, is the solstice the same reputation?
The solstice has actually quite a nice reputation, matter of fact.
Okay.
Alright, let me just do a quick roll.
Oh god.
Dr. Llewellyn sort of pulls out a tricorder and does like a quick scan of you, Dovum. Tix, would you like to assist me very quickly? Just give me a secondary scan. See if you're seeing what I'm seeing.
huh? Oh. Yeah, and is wiping his eyes.
We'll talk about this a little bit later.
And yeah, I got it then proceeds to scan.
Make me a reason plus medicine roll. Its difficulty is going to be 2.
Okay.
Nalani, from a security standpoint, from a ship's security standpoint, it would probably do you all a good to potentially create some sort of stopgap to prevent this further.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if you might accidentally shift into a timeline where the ship is under attack it might be good standing orders to put it to, I don't know, say a yellow alert.
Mm-hmm. I'll order the yellow alert.
I got a
Is
1
there
and a
anything I
3.
can do? Oh, nice.
Nice.
If
If you want to suggest that to the captain and then and then have them call for yellow alert.
Yeah, Captain. I think it's wise. Let's not bring anything else that's a hot mess into this situation. Nalani looking at past other Nalani, like, wow, they are messy.
I mean, this other Dovum is at anything but a model career from the looks of it.
Oh, this other Nalani seems fine.
Captain of Bridge, what is that yellow alert?
Can you stop shining the tricorders in my eyes? It's starting to give me a headache.
Sorry.
Sit down.
Tix, what you are able to discover from the medical scans, quite fascinating. For some reason, Dovum's engrams, like memory patterns, are. Sorry, I'm just adjusting things on the overlay on the fly because I am wild like that. Memory engrams, there seems to be almost like 2 overlapping sets. Very similar to how, if you were to think about how Nara has 2 like discrepant sets of memories and that was causing a sort of glitch there, Dovum has something similar. Perhaps through some sort of experience with the prophets.
These neurological waves are interesting. I don't know why we haven't picked this up on this before when just doing your scans.
Perhaps it's something to do with the proximity to the anomaly.
I mean, I've lived next to a wormhole my whole life. What's different about this one?
High level
Well, I mean,
tachyon
maybe-
radiation. No, go ahead.
A lot of tachyon radiation. Like, this thing is crazy. It's popping off signals left and right. So with that comes a lot of shifting, I suppose.
And possibly, it's probably a combination with the fact of those the tachyon radiation, and the fact that Nara is a constant with in theoretical quantum mechanics and physics. It's like, if you have one thing that is a point of constant, that could affect literally everything else. And since Nara is that point of content
Hydrate.
of constant that has now both memories of their timeline and the timeline that we're currently on.
Nara sort of walks over to you, Dovum, and sort of gives you like a little head tilt.
Constant. Yes, that could work. I think, well, if we still think we want to, with Nara being a fixed point, and I guess my memories kind of as well, I might be able to rig something up that could maybe start to bridge the gap between the timelines. At the very least, maybe we could send a message across.
I could definitely send you your neurological data for that.
Nara has this sort of curious look as they sort of look you over Dovum. And just... they reach out a hand and touch you on the shoulder. And there is this sort of flood in your mind of dissonant memories. That is the Bane. Thank you, Darby. I'm going to need you to make a... where are we at? What are we thinking?
The question is, should I be using this character sheet, or should I quickly make a new one?
No, I think you're okay to use this one. I'm going to need you to make a presence plus security roll.
Okay. Now, just because I have to ask, do the Dauntless or the Strong Paw... No, Strong Paw wouldn't. Does Dauntless apply here?
Can you please tell me what Dauntless does?
When you attempt a task to resist being... No, it's Intimidation or Threaten.
What is
Not
the Strong
really.
Paw again?
That's for coercion or threatens. Apologies.
A cat.
Mostly resisting social, I guess, influence for those two.
Not so much. Not so much for these.
So,
But this is going to be a difficulty 2 roll, real quick.
presence is not my strong suit. I assume focuses don't apply here?
No, you don't really have any focus that apply to this.
That is 1 success and an 18 then.
Okay, so this is going to be... You also got a +2 magic item from Darby, so you can bump that down to a 16 if that helps.
Nope.
What was the other roll again?
A 3.
If you use the +2, you can bump that down to a 1 for a crit.
Then yes, I would do that.
2 successes? Okay. 2 successes is... I'm still going to ask you to take 1 point of stress.
Sounds good.
And you suddenly know everything about Lieutenant Commander Dovin Baran, Security Chief, and Lieutenant Commander Dovin Baran, Chief Engineer. It's like 2 overlapping pieces of film have just been placed one on top of another, and you are seeing both images at the same time. That sort of moment of shock hits your mind, and you feel yourself buckle under the strain just a little bit, but you sort of steady yourself.
You're right there, Lieutenant Commander.
If Dovum kind of stumbles, I think Nurse Tixel will grab him. Is like, whoa!
Thank you, Doctor. Nurse. Doctor. Oh, God.
Tix, make a presence plus security roll.
Oh, wow. Sure. Let me just roll my 2 worst stakes.
As a question, what do we know about Nara in this
I
present?
just rolled a double 9s. I barely got it.
Okay. What you know about Nara is Nara came aboard after the incident with the USS Matador. Everything about Nara is pretty much exactly the same as you knew Nara previously. Was given a holographic emitter by Lieutenant Barclay, who was later revealed to be Idris. Actually, later revealed to be Sloan, a Section 31 agent. And you were able to not quite apprehend Sloan before he escaped.
Okay.
Did Nurse Tix still do that also thing? or did
You still almost got shot in the med bay at Starbase 5,
Mhm.
and luckily enough, there was Dovum was there just in the nick of time to put up that force field before you got shot.
Oh my god.
It's like everything just shifted one to the left.
What about that right hook? That mean right hook? Did that still happen?
Oh,
This.
Yeah.
oh yeah, the double spear on Sloan.
Ooh, actually, yeah, I feel like that probably even hurt even more because at that point, I think they were partners for that timeline.
Yeah.
So, but then again, would Tix be in that meeting because of conflict of interest?
Tix would have not been in that meeting. Because also the nurse Tix is not on the senior staff.
Ooh, right. I would not have been there. I probably just. Ooh, where was I? I don't know.
You were in medbay. Attending
Chilling.
to attending to things, but you made it with double nines. It
Yeah.
was a difficulty 2. And you feel all the memories of Dr. Tixel Tix overlay on top of Nurse Tixel. And you take 1 point of stress.
Just like a little buckle, but since I'm holding Dova, like
Oh my
just
god.
kind of
is
go
this
into
just a
go into
chain?
just go into Dova, and like, but
I think I would recover at that point.
I think
Yeah.
I look at I shake it off. I look at Nara. I look at my hand,
Your hand is normal.
and then I look at
Dr. Llewellyn.
Doc,
Yeah, Tix?
and just like a single tear of like
What
happiness.
is going on?
I think
I
Tix, Nara, and I should probably quarantine.
Give me 1 second. Let me just do a quick roll for that.
Oh. Some insight to what just happened?
Dr. Llewellyn begins to sort of try to do a scan. I think I need to get you both to medical bay. You might need to do a proper examination. I'm not quite sure what just happened. But Tix said,
I mean- I have a theory. It's a little wishy-washy because I just kind of watched what happened. I didn't really actually.
Wait,
We'd have to run some tests.
did Taru just say wishy-washy?
Turu
Yes.
always says wishy-washy. It's like,
Kind of like, like when you're not really sure about like which one is which. Anyways, it looks like Nara had some kind of stabilizing effect, or well, I don't know if stabilizing is the right word. Earlier we were talking about anchors. Perhaps she's acted in such a way to stabilize the drift between these realities that are stretching in between each other.
Wouldn't call this stable.
Tix, you kissed Nara on the cheek earlier. It was when you touched Dovum that you changed.
It's
I mean, I kiss Nara. We're partnered here. We're partnered here.
I didn't put the label on it. You put the label on it, and I thought that
I
maybe
put
it was
the
something
label
new, and I wasn't quite sure what was going on, and Nara gets very flustered. And like there's
Hey.
like a slight holographic like fizzle.
Taru's gone over and is kind of like shuffling through some drawers and like, I think I've got some strong smelling chemicals that won't like cause damage to like, you can smell and see if that'll kind of like shake you out of it if you'd like, a little experiment, something a
Nalani,
little fun.
what are you doing with all this? this.
This is like complete chaos that Nalani is not used to, or not used to. I feel like Nalani kind of has this sense that there's something with Lieutenant Commander Dover. They are a lot more daring in this thing, so I think that out of curiosity, Nalani might sort of just like tap. So, just like, I don't know, but like this, and just boop.
Nalani, make me a presence plus security roll. Difficulty 2.
Oh, jeez.
This headache is killing me.
Okay.
There.
11. Okay, so I got a 3 and a 11. Okay, I just made it.
Just made it. Amazing. With that, you still take a point of stress, but you feel the two dissonant consciousnesses overlap on each other, and you remember everything about Nalani Nadan, pilot, and you remember everything about Nalani Nadan, who followed the teachings of Emrys Greaves and went into security. M's favorite.
Oh, I want to do take-backs. That really hurt.
I had an uncle. I guess I have an uncle now. I don't. What's going
Okay,
on?
the captain's like sort of taking all this in and just like, okay, we need to get all of you to sickbay right now.
Yeah, super duper, because if you barf in here, it could be less than helpful to my research. So, pretty great. Pretty great.
Yes, I think because of the unique relationship between Dovum, of where he was stationed, and the fact that Nara is a constant, it's clear to see that with myself and Nalani,
Yeah.
if we touch Dovum due to his unique nature, Nara may be a constant, but
Let's do a quick roll for that.
Dovum is a conductor.
Maybe this is some sort of.
You have
Gift
here.
from the
Let me just get you with
prophet.
some analgesic, and at that point, Dr. Llewellyn takes a hypo spray out of their side, touches Dovum on the head, does one of these, and then buckles and falls.
Can I
Oh,
try
shit.
and catch them?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Taru runs over to the collapsed doctor and is what do we do? Med bay? Med bay, right? Super duper med bay. Okay, super duper
Oh,
med bay.
God. Okay, let's go.
And you see Dr. Llewellyn to say, And Tix, Adrian's face is pale. Ghostly pale.
No,
Let's get you all to sick bay.
it's happening again. It's happening again.
I think it's.
Everyone,
Make a scan. Make me, if you want to, you can make me a Reason Plus medicine scan.
I think being the
Can I-
catalyst for 3 people collapsing and suffering something, Dovum just leaves and goes to sick bay and quarantines themselves.
And tries to
I-
avoid all crew contact.
I
Can
feel
I-
like Nalani
Using-
might go with and
Yeah.
just
Wait,
make sure
but-
that no one
but-
is touching.
I think using
Before-
security codes that I shouldn't know, I also set up a force field or a
I
containment
think-
field.
I think before they go, I want to be able to do the scan. Can I use my focuses
Howdy.
on xenobiology, virology, emergency medicine? I have so
Absolutely.
many things
You
to
can
use
make-
focuses on.
You can use definitely. I know what. I think I know what you're looking for. You can
Uh-huh.
definitely use at least one of those focuses. So you would crit up to your medical score, your medicine score.
Remind me, what are we rolling here? Medicine.
And I get to
Reason and
reroll
medicine.
I get to reroll a d20 because of my being of many talents.
I would probably, if I was to leave to make sure Lieutenant Commander Dovan had like a clear path, probably make a recommendation to the captain regarding everything that's happened and what we've concluded that.
Oh, I love that reroll. I got a 10 and a 1.
Nice.
That's 3 successes. There is no sign of the virus in Dr. Llewellyn's body.
Okay.
If that's what you were looking for specifically.
Yes,
There is no sign of the
yes.
virus in Dr. Llewellyn's body. She seems perfectly healthy. You can see that her stress levels are high, and something has shaken her.
Okay. All right.
But Nalani, no, go ahead. If you have any
Oh,
follow-up
yeah.
questions,
Like-
you can.
Just pointing at Dovum is Dovum, sick bay. Go.
And Nalani, you can definitely follow and make sure that like no one gets near Dovum or you on the way to sickbay. And you make your way in. Doc Llewellyn just sort of looks and just shakes and says, "I'll after you, Doctor." It's the first time she's called you Doctor.
This hurts so many different ways.
I know.
I reach out a hand to help her up.
And she pulls herself, straightens. Whew. That was an interesting experience. Not one I'd like to repeat. I think we can figure this out together.
Yeah. As Tix is about to, Tix will turn to the captain and just like, I'll make sure that they're okay. I promise you. And yeah, let's try to figure out what we can do. True.
Yeah.
Get
Hi.
working on that array that you guys were talking about before. This is still kind of weird.
Yeah, sure thing. I will stay here and start trying to figure out if we can channel the tachyon radiation in a singular way using whether it's Dovum or Nara as an anchoring point of some kind to try to bring this delta back in a less explosive fashion. Seems like a plan. You okay? Do you need a
True.
drink or something?
No, whew, that's a different question.
Listen, we could probably like work something up if you give me a little bit of time. But I would never do that, Captain. Never do that. That would be super duper against regulation.
Captain looks at you, says, noted.
I'm gonna go to Nora and just hold their hand in my hand, just like, I'm gonna fix this. Thank you. Also, weird. I may need a moment, but help through in any way you can.
All right. Yeah. I can definitely make some sort of adjustments.
And when this is done, we'll have that date.
All right, you lovebirds. Enough's enough. Come on.
Also, get a recording of Drew, because Savon will not believe
It's
this.
already stored in my memory banks.
Oh, thank you so much. You are the best. And I
Drew
will.
is smiling.
I would
Also-
lean in for a kiss. It's like you are the best.
And Nara will give you a kiss on the cheek. Also, we'll talk about relationship status after this. And Nara quickly turns and goes towards the.
Just goes to the.
Yes. Meanwhile, let's see what happens. Captain's just gonna look at you all and say, I'm gonna head back up to the bridge and make sure that this ship doesn't crash on the way to the anomaly or change any more. Not that I would know.
What do you mean? Are you kind of excited? Like, we're out here, space, adventure. It's happening. Isn't this what we signed up for?
Yes. But at the same time, no.
Yeah. We'll get it sorted, Captain. Don't worry about it.
I mean, don't get me wrong, time travel's very intriguing, and I like the concept of it a whole bunch, but getting caught in the middle of it isn't necessarily my idea of a good time. Anyways, he straightens and walks out.
Once everybody's kind of stepped out, Taru's gonna kind of and like turn back and like look at the lab. She did not pull up her like personal logs when Nara like first kind of sent them out. But now that she's on her own, she'll be like, all right, let's see what all this hubbub is about. And she'll kind of throw them up on a screen and start like slowly scanning through them. And as she does, her face will get like more and more, like she's been very like bright and expressive. But as she starts scanning through, she'll look more confused and like deadpan. Like her brow just furrowing more and more as she reads.
And with that, the camera will shift to sickbay. Dr. Tix, you'll be willing to assist me in this?
Where's Dr. Llewellyn?
Llewellyn.
Llewellyn? Yeah, Llewellyn.
Alright. I'm both of you. Nalani, you and Dovin both get set sort of down on bio beds. Alright. The sort of, the metallic sort of, ovular shape, scanner, for the bio bed, sort of curls over top of you. Dr. Llewellyn quickly goes over to, and Tix, you see, it's like watching a ghost, but like also a master at work. Like, Adrian knows exactly where everything is in sick bay and just like grabs items and begins to move. And you just have those flashes of like how she moved when like she was focused on a task. There's that sort of dead set, like I know what I need to do, I am going to do it. This is what I need, and like it's, you forgot how fast she was at this. Make me a reason plus medicine roll, and Llewellyn is going to assist you. And
Question. I feel like this would be funny. Is the ship is the sick bay equipment much better in this version than it is in ours.
As a matter of fact, it is. The ship is also going to assist you all with sensors plus medicine.
As a follow-up question, does this version have a captain's yacht?
It's yacht. That's what I was
There's no
gonna ask.
there's no yacht on this version of the ship.
See, all I'm gonna say is ours is better.
Mhm.
There's no yacht here.
There
It's
is an
just like
EMH.
it's the combination of like having better equipment and seeing my dead mentor at the same time. It's like prime is like optimal situation for a master to do what they need to do, and it's just being like, what the hell? Ah! All right,
I rolled for the ship.
I got I mean, this will probably hit my medicine at 5 and 7.
Okay, that definitely hits your medicine. So a 5. What are your focuses again? I would say that exobiology, I think, is one of your focuses.
Xenobiology.
Xenobiology. That definitely does apply because they are things other than Talaxian. They're people other than Talaxians.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cat.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Cat's
I think that'll, yeah. So that would be 3 successes?
3 successes. Okay. The ship helped out and got you an extra success, and Dr. Llewellyn also netted 2 successes. So you all got a whole bunch of momentum that you can play with right now, and you can use it to ask any questions of me, the GM.
God. How dangerous is it right now for Nalani and Dovum to be having these 2 memories at the same time?
So you scan, you can definitely see like the overlapping engram of these memories. And it looks like in Dovum it is stable. Almost as though their experience with the Bajorian prophets sort of helped them prepare for this.
Mm-hmm.
Nalani, it is mildly unstable, but it could be remedied, and you can even fix that up right now.
Okay. Cool.
With like just and you see that at that point, you watch Llewellyn come in and Nalani, would you mind if I just she has 2 sort of cortical stimulators in her hand. Do you mind?
Go for it.
Places them on either side. This should bring you back into alignment, and you feel a lot better. The pain that's in your head subsides, and you can focus. You can partition these memories.
Okay. Thanks. Ow. Thanks.
And you get a small hypospray. That also should take care of any residual pain.
You're the best.
And she gets a little flustered at that. But you can also tell that Dovum is fairly stable, and the analgesic from the hypospray is sort of taken effect at this point, Dovum, and the pain has subsided from the initial shock. These engrams seem to be in alignment. It's almost like you've been prepared for this.
Well, I don't think I was, but maybe the other one. I don't know what or who I am anymore.
It's
I
a little
mean-
bit confusing for sure.
I feel like I've known you for weeks, but also just meeting you for the first time.
If Nalani's also going to have a problem, and you see Llewellyn bring these two cortical stimulators and place them on the sides of your head, Tix, and you can feel it's almost like a camera that was out of focus get pushed back into focus.
Mm.
And gets pushed back into focus, and you're sort of able to partition as well. I guess she puts them to the sides. Actually, no. You do notice that Dr. Llewellyn does not do the same.
Guess maybe I should pray. I haven't done that in years.
I will.
Did it yesterday, I guess.
I will do the hyper spray on her, though, to ease any pain that she may be feeling.
Yeah.
And she's like, to Dovam, it's honestly probably. It's hard to say that you don't know yourself when it is yourself. Maybe some of the details are different, but you're still you. Maybe some things may be out of alignment, but all in all, what makes you you is still there. That never changes.
I can't believe that the person who did these things were me.
Well, we're usually put into situations in which we can hardly believe we were meant to be there at that moment. And Tex will kind of look at Llewellyn.
Don't understand, Tix.
You
This
see Adrian
other-
cut and walk to your office? Her office? Hard to tell.
This other Dovum did a lot of things that I can't even picture doing. They liked it. They thought they were doing what was right, but sometimes they knew it wasn't.
Both help the resistance in your own way. There's still some I refuse to believe that there is still not constants within yourself that is the same. You don't have to, I guess, forgive your other self for doing these things, but you can come to an understanding of why he did it. Oh, is Ari here? Is Ari on this ship?
That's a good question.
I'll go to the security logs and then regular.
Yeah.
I'm not
Do I go like, oh, let me just
No,
help
Lonnie, you
with
can
that.
pull that up if you want.
Let me just help you with that one.
right.
Eh.
Sorry, this is gonna take some getting used to.
There is
It's
a Lieutenant
completely
Shovaskei,
fine.
counselor, aboard the ship. Not a commander, just a lieutenant.
Oh God, just okay.
This is really weird.
Tell me about it. Are you good, Nilani? Like,
Probably not. Let's be real here. It's fine. Let's shelf that and focus on what's going on now, because I think that if I think too long about other than Nilani's things, that might affect my sense of judgment now. Not saying that they're terrible, but there are decisions that have been made.
Also, if we get through this without Taru getting touched by Dovum and Taru getting all her memories mashed, we have a recording of Taru being this Taru. So that's going to be fun later when we figure this out.
When we figure this out,
When we
got
figure this
you.
out, that's
I
gonna
should
be
ask if
that's gonna
Taru
be
should tell a joke. I need to do a comparison.
yes. But you guys are good to go. Dovum,
You set up a
Until-
quarantine field in engineering.
yeah,
I want to be able to do my job at least, and I don't want to accidentally bump
Yeah.
into anyone.
Yeah.
until we figure out how that really works. I think that's best quarantine where you need to be quarantined. No, I honestly don't know what you could do. I have something to confront.
Yeah.
And Tix will go to her office and
Good luck, there,
brush,
Doc.
brush themselves off and enter into the office.
You just see that. We'll get to that actually in a second. Nilani, what are you about to do?
I was going to ask Lieutenant Commander Dovin whether or not.
Sorry, we just Sarah's camera just dropped. But that's okay. I can fix this.
Space version. There we go.
Now we're fixed.
Sorry about that, friends.
Yeah, I'll get.
It blipped. There was
Oh, good.
an influx of tachyon radiation. Changed the
There's.
timeline.
Nilani was Taru.
Delani was Taru.
It got real weird.
Okay, let me fix
All right.
myself. I was going to see if Lieutenant Commander Dovin needed to get walked to engineering just to make sure that things are all groovy before going back to her station, I guess. Probably going to Taru to see what's going on. See if there's any updates.
Okay.
Get that joke.
Get that joke.
Get that joke. Get that
If you
joke.
walk Dovum to engineering,
Yeah.
at the end of the walk, he'll just turn and say, "You make a really good security chief."
And there's like a long pause and just like thanks. It's a bit complicated, but thanks. I think it's not a bad thing. Stuff that's happened. You were pretty good too. By the way, everything happening aside.
The door slides open to what should be engineering, but is not. In fact, you were realizing as you walk through these corridors, and it happened before you even really realize it, the ship's configuration seems to have changed slightly.
Are we on a different class ship?
Maybe. You open up one of the panels and you see. If you open up one, do you want to open up one of the panels and so does the
Yeah.
panel look? You open one of
I
the
pull
panels and
out
you
a-
see bioneural gel packs. Something that is a feature only of a Nebula class starship.
Oh shit.
And that's where we're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, y'all. Get drinks. Do human things. We will see you all in about 10 minutes. And we're back. Y'all, this has been an interesting episode so far. We have had a little bit of some time slips coming into the range of the anomaly, and the crew is now working on some solutions. But first noticing that the entire ship has now changed configuration. It is no longer a Nova-class vessel. It is now a Nebula-class vessel.
Huh.
No longer a Nova, it's a Nebula.
Correct. And Noir, thank you
Oh
very
my
much for that bit redemption for Officer Wayne Care.
That's not how they want to say it.
No, I know it's
That's
not,
not
but guess
how
what?
I want.
It's how it's gonna get said.
Ah, yes. Wayne Care.
You
Wayne
take-
Care.
Take that, you fiend.
Take that.
Could have written it phonetically if you wanted it to be correct.
Should have spelled it phonetically. Too bad. Cur. Cur.
Man.
There's an officer as it opens up. You realize you're not at the warp core. You're at a transporter pad. And there's the officer sort of standing, sort of standing, looking at you. A tallish human man in his kind of chubby, kind of thick.
Damn boy.
With sort of like crew cut, brown hair, tan skin. Lieutenant? Shouldn't you be in engineering, sir?
Yeah, just checking in on you, Wayne.
All right. God. Why is Bright in chat yelling about this too?
Just out of curiosity, where's the remind me, where's the nearest console? Ship's console?
There's panels are on the walls, sir. You should know that.
Just testing you, and I will go to the panel.
5 stars.
You pull it up. Looks like you took a wrong turn somewhere, and you are, because the ship layout is completely different. But Nalani, you can definitely make me. You know your ships.
I know ships.
You know
I
ships
do,
so
actually.
well. This is something
I
for
do
you.
know ships.
Make me
Slaps the hood of the ship.
Yeah. Yeah. This ship right here.
This could fit so many tears in it. Make me a reason plus. Ooh, let's say engineering. I'm feeling saucy.
Okay, sweet. Okay, excellent. So that is a 5 and now 7, which means I'm good.
And Officer Wayne Care looks at you and says, "You feeling all right, Commanders?"
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Got distracted for half a second. Let's Lieutenant Commander Dover. Baran.
So you know exactly how the ship is laid out, Nalani. You're like, oh, we should have taken a left instead of a right at this, and we can just take the turbo lift straight to main engineering.
Yep. Oh, this is so weird.
I'm gonna get lost in the Jeffries tube so much because I remember a completely different ship as well. You and a security officer need to go into the episode 1 callback. All right, Thank you, Lieutenant Commander.
It's not a problem. You
Sorry
good?
if I'm being overly formal, because we didn't know each other, but they did.
Yeah, it's. How do we want to deal with the two?
A lot of that still kind of feels
Oh, shoot, I realized. I'm
like
supposed to
another
do that
person.
Yeah.
So I guess for now, I'm just the chief engineer who knows a lot about how an Andorian stabs a knife.
Yeah. Well, helpful for me with the current situation as well. Maybe we can call on the skill sets of the other cells should the time come.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I'm gonna check on Lieutenant Taru, see how she's going. Let me know if you need anything.
I should be all right. And I'm just going to go into one of the engineering rooms.
The warp core is, it's a beautiful design ship, for what it's worth. The warp core, is gorgeous, and it purrs like a kitten. We've heard this thing can make warp 9.75 if you pushed it.
Of course, I will have tried to push it at some point, or definitely will in the future.
You make your way into one of the security offices, or engineering offices, because time travel shenanigans. And the you pull up the force field, and you see Lieutenant Cheeks sort of poke their head around the corner. You all right, Lieutenant?
Yeah, just that I need to be quarantined, so you should definitely not get too close.
All right, I'll keep my distance.
Yeah, can you send me the maintenance log? I want to just do something mindless today.
Yeah, it's on your console.
Thanks. And I guess I'll just start doing maintenance around engineering.
As Cheeks walks away.
No, that's Jean-Marc Lapon, who is currently arrested at Deep Space 5.
Correct.
Nalani, you make your way back up and through the ship, and the camera sort of follows you. You go to turn a corner. I'm going to need you to make me a...
Oh no.
Because I am spending a point of threat.
Raggy.
Make me a fitness plus security roll as you round a blind corner.
Oh. Nice. Dang, these dice are good. So that's a 2 and a 5.
Easily enough. You get that sort of sense as you hit this corner that there's going to be someone on the other side, and you scuff off to the side, and you narrowly miss running into Ari, who's in a blue medical uniform. They look at you. Oh, Lieutenant Commander.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't quite think that I would be running into anyone. Sorry about that. Apologies. I'll just get to my office. Yeah.
Yeah. What does the time warp Nalani know about Ari?
Ari is still a Deltan. That hasn't changed. Ari does not have the implants on the either side of their bald head. They look really nervous. Normally you know that they're acting very Tix-like.
Okay.
Just very nervous, very unsure of themselves, and does not quite know what to make of themselves at this point.
You're good. You need a. I'm going this direction.
You just
but
gave me quite a scare.
Sorry. Tense.
No. I'm sorry, sir. Don't please just have a good rest of your shift. And they scurry off down the hallway.
Right. Have to maybe get used to that. All right. Going to Taru. Trying to remember anything strange as I go to Taru.
The door slides open and you walk back into the science lab. Taru is there, and Nara is also sort of hanging out and assisting with the project.
Taru is standing working, and she is singing to herself while she works. And then we're gonna put this in here, and we're gonna tweak that, because if we don't, it might blow up.
I'm just going to log that in my memory forever.
I already have.
Thank you.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
You feeling okay?
A lot better. Doc fixed me up, and everything seems sorted for now, at least.
Great. Phenomenal. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming you're here to check up on progress. I will admit this is kind of a new experience for me, which is very exciting. So Nara here has just been helping me. I think we're getting close. I don't know, Nara, how you feeling?
I'm much better than I was. I seem to have stabilized quite a bit, adjusting to this timeline. But the ship has changed.
Yeah. It's an upgrade.
We were a Nova class vessel, and now we're Nebula class. I can sense the bioneural gel packs, which are interesting.
Yeah, we just saw them trying to get to engineering.
But we'll get it sorted, or we won't, but probably will. We're Starfleet. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you need a hand with anything, let me know as usual. I can help with that.
Okay. Well, I could use an extra set of eyes. Just like, and the lab's a little bit wonky. There's screens over there, but like gears over here, and for the sake of expediency. I mean, if you want to help monitor levels while I kind of run this through some preliminary tests to make sure that we don't, rip the ship asunder, that'd be pretty great.
Yeah, that's high priority for me to make sure that does not happen in the slightest.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Yeah, awesome, great, okay. Cool. I'm gonna just start working on this then. If you go stand over there, I'll kind of call out when the magic should be happening.
Okay, gotcha. What was that? Was that a song of yours back then? Little tune.
Oh, sorry. I just, I sing to myself. It's a habit. Had it since I was a kid. It just helps me focus, helps me stay in the moment, especially when I'm like dealing with like new exciting ideas. It's easy to get kind of lost in the magic of it, but if I kind of sing to myself, it kind of keeps me calm, cool, collected. Some people drink, I hum. It's
some people tell jokes.
I mean, I think I had one back then. Like, I think you said a joke back then. I couldn't remember it, but maybe if you could trigger my memory, just a little one, puts me in like a very focused. I mean, I know a lot of jokes. Would you like to hear a nerdy joke, or would you like to hear the joke that always makes me happy?
The joke that always makes you happy.
Okay, it's pretty silly, but and I can explain later. But
Okay.
a skeleton walks into a bar and orders a beer and a mop.
I love this so much. It's great.
Isn't it? I mean, it's so stupid, right? It's just so stupid.
Yeah.
But it was my dad's favorite, and whenever I tell it, I think of him, and it makes me really, really happy. Just being out in space, as long as we don't get to see him so much. So
yeah, that's definitely it. Well, thank you so much, True.
yeah,
That's a bright spot in my day.
You're welcome. I think we could all use a win. Today is kind of a big day.
Definitely.
I took a gander through my logs.
How'd you
Nara,
go with that?
It was confusing. I'll be honest. It was really jarring to see myself like a Vulcan. That's just not the way I was raised. So to see myself, or I guess read myself, it was just very different.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily, the way I am now. And it, like, people that I don't know, like there's this Savan, whoever she is, she seems really amazing. But
yeah.
It's kind of hard. I don't really know who she is and all of that. So just different. A little. I mean, I'm trying not to think about it too much, and we'll sort it out, and it'll probably all be fine. But I have to say it'll be strange if that's who I am.
Yeah. Little different.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah.
Hi, I don't feel anything, and I'm super on time for everything. Most of the personal logs were just agendas. Like, I'm gonna be really honest with you.
I'm actually not surprised. But, from the interaction I had with Dovum and getting everything back, the True of the other timeline was pretty amazing as well. So it's not something you have to worry about there.
Oh, well, thank you. That's really kind of you. Here's hoping, right?
Yeah.
Sort it all out and get where we need to go. But to that end, I'll do this and you'll do that, and we'll get it sorted or something.
We'll get it sorted.
And who knows, if we crack this code, I mean, really, we're advancing Starfleet in a big way. So, medals for everyone as Taru moves back over.
Nilani's like, God, I hope we keep this shit.
All right.
All right, so I'm going to need you to make me a reason plus science roll. Difficulty is going to be 3. Nara is going to assist you. And Nilani, if you would like to assist, make me a reason plus con roll.
Nice. Reason con. I have a focus in investigative techniques, or I have the talent computer expertise, if that helps.
Computer expertise will help.
Do I just roll 1 or 2?
Roll 1 to assist.
Okay. I've got a success.
Okay. I also have computer expertise. So does that give me the 3d20s?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
So you can actually roll 2, Nilani, because it does give you an extra.
Okay. That's 16. I rolled a 3, a 7, and 11. So 3 successes for me.
Okay.
Yep, 2 successes.
Easily done. And Nara rolled a 1.
Oh shit! Get it, Nora.
Dang.
How many successes is that total?
That is a bajillion. That is more
So
than
many.
enough. You needed like 3 successes, and you've got like 7. If I remember all this correctly. So you definitely are topped up on momentum. You are able to create this device. And what exactly is the function of this device? What would you like it to do?
So, based on what Dovin was talking about earlier, and kind of Tix pointing out like some different elements, right? Taru's operating under the assumption that we have these pulses of radiation, right? And they're disrupting particles. So what she would like to do is this device will kind of take those those pulses and kind of loop them back on themselves, utilizing like Nara's constant, right? Like she has like the true timeline or the true memories or whatever. So pulling some of that coding in and like creating like a weird sort of net that kind of pushes back
case
the
the ship?
radiation. Yeah.
So you have the theory for it, and you have the practical application to create this device. You're going to need someone with engineering to actually build it and construct it, so you're going to need to rope Dovim in on this one as well. But it's easy enough to do. Dovim will definitely... you've got the specs, and you've got basically all the information that you need to create some sort of device that will create sort of an inverse field that will repel the tachyons and perhaps stabilize the ship. There's one big problem, though. If and when you implement this, everything that changes will leave.
Okay.
And the camera at this point is going to cut. But if you have a question, please ask.
Yeah, no, I think like Taru would kind of be watching and like, and be like, oh, yes, okay, we've got it. Great. So it works. And then she'd get really quiet as she understands that like, if we build it, what will happen? So there's kind of that moment of like, great. Great.
And the camera shifts to sickbay and takes you walk into your office. Her office. And you can just see Adrian Llewellyn is sitting behind the chair looking at the screen. Not necessarily reading anything, just looking. And just sort of shakes and looks up. Yeah. Yeah, Tix?
Hey, Adrian.
Hey.
And I think Tix will go to the replicator and get some nice tea with honeysuckle. And put a cup in front of her and go back to the replicator and get
You see Adrian pulls open a desk drawer and pulls out a bottle and puts it on top of the desk. Pulls out 2 cups. I think I need something stronger than tea, if you don't mind.
I can.
Listen, You can keep looking at me like you're seeing a ghost, or you can just talk to me like you're my friend, which I would much more prefer.
It's really hard right now. On one hand, I've seen you every single day since you came to my colony. And on the other hand, I've been doing it by myself since I met you. Doing everything I've learned in your name.
If you lean over the desk, you'll see that what's on the screen is actually your medical logs. You've done a good job, for what it's worth. I always knew you had talent. I'm not supposed to be here, Tix, and you know that.
Yeah.
And to make matters worse, when I touched Dovum and reconstituted, I suppose is the best way to put it, I felt myself die.
I had a feeling.
But I'm virus-free, so that's a boon. I can still help where I can, and that's good. That's good.
I have so many questions, but at the same time, I know the answers because you've been here.
Unask. Who's to say that the minute that we solve this problem and I disappear, because we know that that's probably what's going to happen. Let's say that perhaps you don't keep the memories of me having been here all this time. What would you ask me if you could ask me anything?
When did you know that you wanted to take me with you?
Lieutenant Grayson had a fractured leg from a fall down a rocky outcropping. Now, I could have fixed it up right away. And I was about to. But you stepped in. You tended to it and you made sure that she was fine. You didn't have to jump in to do that, Tix. I could have handled it. But you stepped in, you did a good job. And your colony was fine. I knew that they were... advanced enough that they would be able to take care of themselves. They had all the proper equipment and means. But I saw that spark. That potential in you. That you could be more than just a healer in a small village. And I was right. You did something I couldn't do. You stopped that virus from ravaging the rest of the colonies. You saved everybody aboard the Solstice. You should have got a medal for that. But I suppose a raise in promotion? Ship's doctor is just as good. Can I ask you something, Tix? See, here's the fun part about this is that you know everything about me leading up until this point. But I don't actually know that much about you. Are you happy?
I'm getting there. It's been really rough since you passed.
Passing implies transition, but that's okay.
And it was hard losing friends and coworkers, whether it be by me not being able to save them or them moving on to a different ship. But I remembered what you told me one time, that people in relationships are like stars. Some may burn out, some may get dim, but the remnants of a star is always around in space. That never goes away.
You can always feel the echoes if you know where to look.
And I found an echo, finally.
I'm proud of you, for what it's worth. And it's funny because you have a unique gift and a unique opportunity right now. Not everybody gets a chance at closure.
Oh, man. God. Counselor Ari is gonna have a very interesting session after this whole thing.
And she pours 2 glasses. To closure.
To closure.
To fond farewells and new beginnings. And we'll put down the curtain on that scene. As the camera shifts to the group of you all in engineering, beginning to construct this device. Lieutenant Commander Dovum, would you like to make the engineering roll, since you have an engineering sheet right now?
I would.
I'm gonna
I'm just
ask.
looking to see if any of these new abilities would benefit me. Probably don't want to jury rig this one.
Definitely not.
Would to ruin
Unless-
my self help? as well?
I'm also going to. Fun thing about momentum is if you don't use it after a certain fashion, after each scene specifically, you lose it, which we've had 2 scenes since we topped up on momentum. So we're at 4 currently.
I have an ability called Testing a Theory. When you attempt a task using engineering or science, you may roll an additional d20 so long as you succeeded at a previous task covering the same scientific or technological field in the same adventure. I didn't quite roll, but this is still temporal.
Yeah, sure. I'd say
We-
timey-wimey bullshit. You can definitely futz that.
Alright.
Are we all here, or is it just?
Hmm.
I think it's going to be Charu, Nalani, and if you want to join them with
I think this will probably be happening at the same time, so we would come whenever they're done.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Unfortunately, though, my focuses don't apply because this Dovum is more of a roboticist. Because I don't think physics would apply here, and none of the other ones really work.
yeah, not so much.
Yeah.
Physics.
Physics,
I think it
quantum
would.
physics.
If
It
you have
would.
like quantum mechanics, you could say that sort of falls under that.
Sure.
We'll say that
You
it
could
works.
you could swing physics.
I could swing physics. Physics is broad.
Theoretical
there's
physics.
theories of relativity. There's
It's
theories of
theoretical
relativity
Mhm,
in there.
mhm.
That
That
that's
is probably-
3d20 with a
3d20.
very high score.
Okay. And since your focus does apply, remember that you crit on your engineering score minus.
So that is 5 successes.
Nice.
It's good because you needed 4 to make
Woohoo.
this work.
Hell yeah.
Boop. Give you that extra point of momentum.
Yeah, I can fabricate this.
Easily enough, you get all the parts and you begin to assemble. And you watch like Dovum at work, and it's so weird for those of you who have like memories of both, especially you, Nilani, where it's just like Dovum shouldn't be this good with technology.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, things go wrong whenever Dovum touches. Yeah, Dovum usually makes things blow up when he touches them. Like, this is not normal.
Requires a certain skill in pyrotechnics. Still engineering to blow things up.
That's
That's
true.
true.
But I'm also talking about the time that you let an AI infest your ship's computer.
And now Tix has a partner, so it worked out, didn't it?
I love everything
Unintentional
about this.
wingman.
Is the captain here with us?
Yeah, the captain has come in at this point. Status report?
Hypothetically, the device is functional. It's going to take a lot of our energy that we have currently built up to make it work, but it works.
Dovum is being modest, sir. He was a genius. He pulled this together faster than I honestly could have imagined. The theory was sound, but he made it live.
The door slides open and Tix, you walk in, and with you is Dr. Llewellyn. Well, I suppose now's the time to say goodbye.
We sure we want to use this?
I was about to ask the same question.
I mean, that's kind of a big question. I have a lot of feelings about it.
The thing is that people back home are missing too. We don't know what happened to them.
Dovum, very quickly. Something's been sort of tickling at the back of your mind. You also realize that there was something else on that video. Data from Starfleet Intelligence from Section 31 specifically. That warp fields are also affecting the tachyon grid. With that many successes, you realize that you would need to specifically calibrate and fine-tune it.
I have a focus in warp field dynamics.
Isn't that
Nice.
isn't that lucky?
Ain't that convenient?
Ain't that convenient?
There's not sufficient Starfleet protocol for what happens. I mean, we have contingencies for if a traveler comes into our universe, but this is overwriting what is happening now. What has happened? I have loved ones in this universe that I don't have in the other.
I know
Captain,
the
I'll
feeling.
do it on your order, but you'd be killing me. Well, this me.
But in an alternate universe, you exists. There are many parallels. I mean, there's a parallel where we lost the Battle of Wolf 359. There's a parallel where they never discovered the wormhole. And we saved an entire war with the Dominion. Heck, I'm sure there's even a parallel universe somewhere where I have a goatee and a sash. You'll still exist.
Drew audibly laughs.
Will I?
You'll still exist.
Dovum Baran will exist, but not the me that's right now. Not the one that experienced what I experienced. Not the one who... Not the one who's happy with where they are in life.
Weren't you the one that said that you experience each other in dreams?
More like nightmares.
Well, maybe that's a glimpse through the mirror. Maybe that's your confirmation.
I need to recalibrate this thing anyway. Just someone else needs to press the button, and I will
Right.
go and compensate for the warp field.
Taru's gonna kind of like watch as Dovum like leaves to go do the thing. And it's gonna look back. Captain, I know it's a little unorthodox, but could you give us, I don't know, an hour or so? I think I have an idea that might help soothe some of the concerns. If Nara is willing to help, of course.
And Nara, certainly. I'll help
Right,
any
I'm
way
just-
you need.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go check in really quick. And Taru's actually gonna go follow Dovum.
What are the rest of you all doing?
The device, Dovin went with the device.
No,
No,
I
the
would be
device
at the
is
warp
sitting
core
there.
itself.
I will probably make sure that no one tampers with the device or presses the button immediately or tries to do anything to it, because this is a high stakes situation and there's a lot of people's lives at stake.
Hey, Nalani,
Yes.
there might be some. Well, there is in this universe someone, if you would like to call him.
Is this whomst?
Your grandfather.
Oh no. Do I want to call my granddad? What the hell? Yeah, let's.
And then the captain says, "Take your
Let's-
time. If you need to contact anyone, contact anyone." And
I will do that then. Very nervously, just zip somewhere.
and you see an older Trill on the screen, graying hair, wrinkles, but just sort of smiles broadly when you call.
Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
Well,
How are you going?
it's going well.
That's good.
I'm not going
That's
to
good.
attempt an Australian accent. I am so sorry.
Oh, g'day, mate. How's it going?
This is not going to happen here.
It's okay. That's
I-
okay.
I'm all right.
Good. I just there's stuff going on right now. I
Yeah.
thought it'd be great to just call and see how you are and just talk. You know, just a little bit. Just let me know how your day's been. Has anything weird happened? How's the car that you have that
Well, it
is
still
completely
runs-
fine and hasn't crashed? Nothing's fun. It's been fine.
Well, I mean, I'm still trying to repair it. It took a little bit of a tumble, but I'm all right. I
It's good to hear.
Doc fixed a separated terrain, and the. Are you all right, Nalani? Nyla, you okay?
For now, there's some stuff going on.
Hey,
Yeah.
is there? Listen, I mean, I know you're always a little bit off when it comes to thinking about me, and I know that I'm not as young as I used to be, but you know that, like, this sort of taps his stomach. You know that I'm never really gone, right?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, as long as nothing happens to the Nadan symbiont.
We'll be right as rain. That's I'm on track for that, aren't I?
Well, the Symbiosis Commission usually doesn't necessarily like passing the symbiont down from host to host within a family, but I was able to bend their ear a little bit, and if you like, it's yours.
Yeah.
And if you don't, that's no pressure. It just means that it's complicated, right?
Yeah.
The
It's,
Symbiosis Commission usually has rules about this. The whole rule about rejoining and having entanglements from previous lives into new lives is always a little bit fussy, but I was able to. I've got my friends on the commission, and
I've been an upstanding individual.
oh, come on now, what's all this about?
Nothing. Am I allowed to talk about what's going on the ship?
The captain, I think, has mentioned that, like, if you do,
It's
just
like a
try not to mention anything about time travel.
yeah. Listen, I just wanted to see how you were, and wanted to say, just I'm a bit of a rat bag sometimes, but I do mean well, and I know that you mean well, and it's just wanted to say thanks for everything.
Well, of course, always, and I'm. You know that I'm always here if you need to talk, and I know that the name is a burden sometimes,
Yeah.
but it's only as heavy as you make it.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand that a lot better.
You're a good kid, you got a good head on your shoulders, Nyla.
Thanks. Well, I learned from the best.
Damn rights you did.
I should probably go. There's stuff going on, and kind of my job.
All right, you keep that ship safe. You come home,
Yep,
we'll have a cuppa and we'll have a chat.
we will. All right, I'll catch you later.
Catch you later. The screen flashes off.
This is fine. It's
This
great.
is fine.
I
This
love
is
it.
okay. This is cool. This is
Everyone's
rad.
gonna have that moment where they're like, "Damn!" When we go back to our original timeline, Ari's gonna have a time.
Ari is a mess right now, y'all.
I know.
Nobody's told them anything. And they are stressed.
Oh, jeez. All right. Okay. And Nalani will head back.
Taru, is there anyone that you'd like to talk to before, or you wanted to talk to Dovum, yeah?
I think she would like initially like she's gonna do a drive-by with Dovum, but there is someone else that she wants to go talk to.
Okay.
She'll kind of like be like running after Dovum, hey, hi. Dovum, wait, just hey, really quick. I was thinking about what you were saying earlier about this being different and you being you and all of that. And I realized, I mean, I don't know if this helps at all, but Nara's able to keep records untainted. It's possible you could send a message to yourself if you like.
Yeah, it's. Can I confess something? I actually don't have to compensate for the warp field. I already did when I built it. I just wanted some extra time.
Yeah, I get that actually. I'm This is hard. I can't speak for you. I mean, and she kind of puts her hands up and kind of steps away. I mean, you're kind of some memory portal kind of a deal, and I'm still very much me is me. But I read through my logs, and my life is very different. So I understand wanting to stay here a little bit longer.
Don't want to be a soldier anymore. Both of us don't.
So don't.
He's been fighting ever since he could hold a phaser. And I have in my own ways. This would be death of the mind. I know the memories would stay. And I have his memories. But I'm not him. If the... The other Braun is so much better at talking to commanders and commanding officers. The captain, I don't think, really gets it. You know, they're not feeling what I am feeling, or Nalani and Tix are feeling, or the doctor. And the doctor, I don't understand how someone can just be so willing to accept that they're supposed to be dead.
I don't know the answers to that, Dovum. I wish I did. It would make this a lot easier, right? But I think you're gonna be okay. Because you want to be. And I don't know who I am on the other side, or who any of us are on the other side of this, but I'm pretty sure that whatever it is that you want us to be, you can make it so. And you're not on your own. And True's gonna go in and hug him.
Make me a presence plus security roll. Difficulty is going to be 3.
Yay. I have my composure focus, which would mean I get 2 successes on, was it like a 3 or lower? Or is it on a, okay. I don't know how any of my values factor in here to give me anything.
We have so much momentum. Is that something?
I know. I've got
spend
talent
momentum for an extra die.
I would love to do that because I will super need to.
Absolutely.
And then, I mean, I have the culinary talent, but we kind of talked about that. I don't know how much that factors in here.
That'll factor in
yet.
after the fact, really.
Okay, I'm not scared you are.
Okay, give me that roll.
Oh my god, I got 2 1s and a 4. Holy shit! Holy shit, y'all! The power of narrative. Holy shit!
You feel
freaking out.
you feel
We
it
love
wash
some
over
spiders.
you, and you feel that those 2 conflicting minds battle for the briefest of moments. You buckle, and then calm.
I think Dovum is holding on tight to make sure that Taru does not fall.
through. The Kolinar is meant to purge emotions. To make it so that you are not necessarily to get rid of them entirely, but to make sure that you are in control of them and you are able to master them. You just feel. It's not that you don't feel anything. It's just that you still have those feelings. You just feel calm, level, serene. And those overlapping memories hit you. And you remember a very different life from the one you led. But they're not fighting. The cool logic that comes with the Kolinar and the stillness of being that comes with that brings everything into sharp focus. And you can see the lay of your life. And you're able to sort of step into that. But if you want to, you can laugh. You can smile. You can joke. It's all still there. Just below the surface, if you want to dip your toe in.
Dovin will feel True kind of for a moment kind of shiver as those minds kind of come together. And she'll squeeze tight for a second and step back. And when she does, you'll see that she's crying. But not sobbing or anything, just there are tears on her face as these two lives blend together. That's rough, huh? Kind of a lot.
You get it? I mean, here we're research buddies. We build stuff and come up with theories. There, we barely know each other.
Yeah. But there's someone I love waiting. She's not here. And there's no reason that you can't be my friend there.
We may share names and no memories, but that won't be me. When you all get back there, just
Dovin.
light a candle for me.
She's gonna take a hand and rest it on his face. One day you'll see the Dovim that we all see. And until then, I'll help you.
I'm gonna sit here and think. You can tell the captain to proceed when ready.
I will. Just Be kind to yourself. In the meantime. And True's going to hurry up to who she wanted to see, which was Ari.
You reach Ari's office. You press the button. The door chimes. Come in.
Oh, hi. Hello.
You see the desk is a mess.
Oh, wow. This is... this is a little strange. Hi.
Apologies for the mess. I'm just getting things organized someday.
Right.
Can I help you have a seat?
No, I won't need a seat. I won't be here long. There's just a couple of things that we're working on. I wanted to come touch base with you since you're the ship's counselor and all.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah. Is there any way I could steal some of the some of my records? I say steal. I mean, just kind of have them
You
for
want
storage.
access to your psychological profile?
Yeah, actually. I know it's a little unorthodox.
I mean,
but
it's your information I have.
Right. Of course. Yeah. Great. If I could just take that. Are you okay?
I don't feel right. Like everything's slightly off. And the ship, I'm empathic, so I can kind of feel everything that's going on in the ship at the same time. There's a few people that feel disjointed, disconnected, and it's really throwing off my groove.
Yeah. A lot of us have been feeling that. I mean,
You're one of
I can,
them.
One of...
You can't. Things are different for you. It feels almost like you're. Feels like there's two different personalities there.
Oh, right. I forgot how Delton's right. Here, Drew's going to focus really hard on Alpha Taru, not Omega Taru. Like to try and like channel the like calm, serene, kind of like calling like in her mind, calling to the memories of meeting with Ori and walking around the solstice and her routine and like normal behaviors.
Oh, that feels a little better. Thank you. There doesn't help that there's still other people on the ship that are... But, is there anything else I can help you with? Hands you a pad.
Taru takes it and kind of taps it on her hand. Yeah, just, if you remember this, in like a couple of hours, would you remind me, would you just remind me that it's okay?
Remind you that it's okay.
Yeah. That
Oh.
I'm okay, and I've always been okay.
All right. I can do that if I see you in a couple hours.
Great. Thank you. Don't worry. The weirdness should go away. We're gonna merge the timelines and deal with the tachyon radiation, and it's gonna be fine.
Time ready?
Yeah.
What?
No, gonna be super fine. Don't worry about it. Don't be late for my next appointment. I'll freak out. And Taru is going to run out.
The camera will cut Smash cut to engineering. The group of you sort of standing around this machine that Dovum has constructed. And, Tix, is there anything you'd like to do before the button gets pushed?
I think before the button gets pushed, Tix is gonna look over to Adrian and just hugging her and just like, I know I got closure, but losing you again still sucks.
I know. But hey, who knows? Maybe there's some other me out there in some other alternate reality. Living my best life. I'm proud of you. I mean that, you know? I always knew you had potential. And to see you realize it aboard this ship. To have read your logs. Sorry. I still had those CMO privileges.
Yeah.
You've done good work here, and you'll continue to do good work here. And don't be afraid to reach out.
I remember every single time I drink for you. You're also the cause of my drinking problem. So
Yeah, maybe cut
Yeah.
back on that, but at the same time.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, Tick's gotta back. It's like, are we? And reach out for Nara's hand.
Nora takes your hand.
We're all ready.
She seems really nice.
I'll tell you more about her.
All right. We're going to press a big red button.
Who's gonna press the big red button?
I mean, I don't think there's going to be fireworks, but
Captain?
Remember, you can spend momentum on a number of things, creating an advantage, setting up a plot point.
I would like the plot point to be that all the lights in the engineering room do like cool, like.
Oh, that's gonna happen regardless. That's gonna happen regardless.
Helani would not like time that if this happens and we blip to something that is firing on us, that she can get to the. Nope.
Okay. So, I think the captain's just gonna be like, well, if no one else wants to volunteer,
Go right ahead, Captain.
everybody hang on to something. Though I'm not quite sure to what.
Tighten the grip on Nara's hand.
Yeah, Taru will reach over and link arms with Dovum.
Aww.
I was gonna say
that's so
Dovum's not
cute.
in the room.
Oh, what? He's
They
got to
could
be
not
here.
handle being in the room.
I want to
Fine.
spend a momentum for Dovin to be in the
That's up to Dovum's player.
No, that's fine,
Yeah,
that's
no,
fine.
if he's not there, then it would be Nilani. Taru would just kind of reach over and link arms.
Yeah. We got this.
The captain presses some buttons on the terminal. And there's this sort of whirring sound that begins to emanate, and it matches and synchronizes with the warp core, that same sort of hum and thrum. And you begin to see the ship shift around you different panels, different configurations, different makes and models in this engineering section. And you all can see different crew members pass through different doors but change into different people and move and shift. And you can see at that point, you can see Llewellyn begin to sort of fade. And as she does, she sort of smiles at you, Tix. And disappears. With that, the camera, the entirety of the ship, the outside exterior, you can see changes like different ship makes and models and configurations before finally settling. USS Solstice. NCC 3697. Nova class. You all feel yourselves shift back into your prime selves. The captain does a big sort of... I wouldn't recommend doing that again. That was something.
So we still all remember everything?
It's kind of fuzzy. But it's there. Almost like waking up from a dream. But Nara remembers everything. It worked. I think.
Yes.
I mean, Tix goes to the sick bay.
Like Nalani and Taru still like linked.
Yeah, and True would kind of look down. I'm told that physical contact is often comforting in times of stress.
If I hear that before we left, we're back, baby.
Yeah.
Well, Captain says, I guess don't just stand around here, back to your stations.
Yep.
No, but Tix is gonna go to Nara and it's like, give me 5 minutes and I will meet you for, let's just do the walk.
Okay.
I'll meet you in the holodeck.
Alright.
And Tix will go to the sick bay.
The rest of you sort of distribute among the ship. Taru as you
Yeah.
walk. Ari.
Taru.
Sort of...
Oh, go for it.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Taru's looking for a particular engineer, for certain.
A certain engineer. And you
Mhm.
see Sylvan looks at you and says, what are you doing in engineering? Did I miss, like, were we supposed to go for lunch or something? Did I miss that?
No, we did not have any prior appointments. However, I felt that it was urgent that I break routine and communicate with you directly about your significance in my life.
Yeah? my significance in your life.
Correct. Recent events have reminded me that it is often that we do not get to spend time with the ones that make our lives meaningful. Oftentimes, paths change, take us in different directions. We are here but moments, and if they are not articulated to one another, it is easy to forget.
And what exactly are you trying to articulate to me?
I hold deep admiration for you, Savan. I am grateful every day that you are in my life.
Aw, look at that. That's almost like you're feeling emotions, you softy. And Savan will, like, give you a playful punch on the shoulder.
True smile's a genuine smile.
You see, like, some tears start to form, and then she scoops you up for, like, a big hug. Like, big bear hug.
Yeah, True does that, like, kind of, like, stiff, like, still not certain, but a, like, hand will come out around her shoulder and just kind of, like, rub as she just stands there and lets Savan give her a hug.
There. Camera shifts and you're walking through the halls to Rue. And Ari stops and says, Taru?
Hello.
You're doing all right. Everything is going to be okay. And they sort of shake their head. I don't know what what brought that on, but take that what it will.
Thank you, Commander. I believe I needed to hear that.
Well, then it needed to be said. Have a good day. They continue to walk down the hallway. Nalani, is there anything that you would like to...
I think that... So does Nalani remember that she had a conversation?
Yeah.
I think she has to go to the bridge, but maybe she could like make a point of like a cheek text message equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
I think she might send one to Greaves and one to her grandfather.
All right.
And head off.
You'd get a response from Greaves right away. It says, I hope you're doing okay out there, kid. And a similar one from your grandfather.
They just received the equivalent of like multiple thumbs up emojis. And then like the shock is one as well.
Dovum. Actually, you know what? I think we'll close on Dovum. Tix, you walk back to sickbay. The door slides open, and everything is same old sickbay. You step into your office, and you see a bottle on the desk with 2 glasses. Like she's just walked out of the room.
Tex will go over to the bottle, put one of the glasses away, look at the bottle, contemplate real hard, and then end up putting that one away as well. And just like looks in like a mirror or something, just like okay, and heads to the holodeck.
Ari meets you there, and you go on a nice walk for the evening. The camera will last but not least shift to Dovum.
I'd like to go just back a bit to what was happening while the button was being pushed.
Mm-hmm.
The engineer went to the upper level of engineering and sat back up straight against the warp core, just feeling the hum. And when the soldier opened their eyes and no longer felt that familiar comfort, they felt the hum, but it was not comforting to them. They returned to their quarters and just sat in the dark before lighting a candle after a few minutes.
And I think that is where we're going to, the camera, the credits will roll. Music will swell, the credits will roll. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Thick with the feels. That's been our session of Star Trek Adventures, everybody. Get ready to cry, apparently. I had a feeling this was gonna be a feels intensive episode. So we're gonna make sure we do like our post-game safety checks and everything to decompress. But thank you all so much for joining us in this amazing adventure, this wonderful crew. And we will go through our outros, starting with, in reverse order, Milan.
Hi there. I'm Milan. I was playing both Lieutenant Commander and Lieutenant Dovum Baran, Bajoran, Chief of Engineering / Security, I guess. Both. You can find me on Twitter as MallardMan_. Twitch, just MallardMan, no underscore afterwards. Please follow me in both of those places. I'm hoping to get to 100 followers on Twitter soon, and then hit close to 100 on Twitch afterwards. We've been playing Pokemon Legends Arceus today, and I might come back tonight, probably tomorrow. After that episode, I think I need to lay down. Yeah, other than that, watch the Dub Club. I think it's going to be on Saturdays now. I think that's what we were talking about. Who knows? Watch the Dub Club anyway. I play it with AJ and D. You should also listen to Through Hollow Flame, which is now on Google Podcasts, confirmed 100%. So you should go listen to the first 2 episodes in preparation for the third one coming out soon. Other than that, I have nothing to shout out, so I will pass it along that way.
To Sarah.
Me, hi, I'm Osiris Franco. I play Tarun, our Lieutenant Science Officer. If you like my face and the words I say sometimes, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, all the places at Osiris Franco. I do a variety of TTRPG content here on Critical Misses in this amazing show with these amazing people. But you can also find me on other channels like TBK Roleplay, Nat20, and Neon Lights Roleplay. Tomorrow, you can catch me all day because it's Saturdays with Strahd. In the morning, you can find me on TBK Roleplay in Dark Echoes, where I play Irina Kolyana, and we face off against the Abbot. That's rude. And then in the evening, catch me on Nat20 and Last Time Around, where I play Akiva Clearspire, a very spicy monk, as we begin our endeavor to go into Barovia. And then on Sunday, actually, still in Barovia, but in Morningstar and Company on Nat20. On Monday, we have Winterhold's Finest on TBK Roleplay. I play a character that's based on my in real life cat Pascal. So come check it out. It's a lot of fun and very, very goofy. And then I'm kind of out for a while. But you can find me in Neon Lights Roleplay, and after the end, we have Against the Tides coming up. If you want to know where you can see me, check out Twitter, and you'll find me. Kicking it over to Wassa.
G'day everyone. Thanks for coming. This was a spicy ride. You'll find me on Wasabotte, WASABOTTE on Twitter. I do have a TikTok. There is nothing there yet. I am a writer, so I have made content for Sina Una, which is on Hit Point Press, Kids on Brooms, Omens Rising, Mnemonic, and I can't talk about the other stuff because of NDAs. Catch me on here, and in February I will be in Threads of Fate, a Blades of the Dark game of sort of Hades-esque, the Hades game-esque sort of universe, and that is on Friends Roll Dice. So that is brand new news, very exciting, and I have just created my character sheet, and it's great. That's me, I believe.
And look at that beautiful book that you've written for.
It's still beautiful. I have it here too. It's just slightly out of reach because my arms aren't that long. But yeah, up top.
AJ.
Hi, I'm AJ, also known as Sushi Kid. I have been Nurse Tixel Tix and Dr. Tixel Tix. So much emotions. I am a video editor, transcriber, streamer, voice actor, and producer. You can find me on the 3 T's of social media, Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok as Husha_kid. Follow me on TikTok so I can have more motivation to post things because I have so many ideas, but none of them are coming out of my head. And also, if I get to 50,000 followers on TikTok, I will release all of my only tiers from behind the mutuals only page. We are changing it up on we're changing it to temporarily the first Tuesday of every month. So that will be this Tuesday, February 1st, at 7:30 p.m. EST. I serve Lord Quackers in Fallon Friends, a D&D 5e actual play found on Misty Mountain Legends, where I play as Dolph Fitzgerald, your cool halfling bro cleric / warlock. Maybe it's possible that I might be changing into a full cleric soon, so who knows. Like we have mentioned, used to be Thursdays, but we have a floating day, possibly Saturdays, of the best esports team you have ever seen. You thought I wasn't gonna do this? Dub Club. Yes.
Meow, 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 meow.
Thank you. Along with my teammates Milan and D, we go through all the games, all wins every day, no losses. Do not check the VOD because, like I said, we always win.
Dub Club is not responsible for what happens when you check the VOD.
Yes. On Mondays, you can find me here playing the lovable king in our 1985 games partnered game, Kingsguard.
Hell yeah.
I play Eugene Festiviger. We're in a lot of shit. A lot of shit happened. It's a lot. Hi, TPK Roleplay. Welcome. And on every other Tuesdays in every podcast streaming platform, you will find the D&D 5e actual play Through Hollow Flames, DM'd by It's the Riddler. In the midst of Giant Country, an ancient series of trials are about to take place and are taking place, and our travelers find themselves in the middle of it. Join Boone Riften, my half-orc, half-Leonin monk, and their companions as they try to figure out what the hell these trials are. trying to see what else I could do. Oh, yeah, please hire me. I would love to edit for you. And also, you can commission me to do stupid monologues as Mickey Mouse or Winnie the Pooh. Just look at my Twitter and then pay me on Ko-Fi. It was kind of a joke, but now it's not. So you can do that. Do you want to hear Winnie the Pooh? Do you want to hear Mickey Mouse do Macbeth? I've done it. I have a clip of it. It's on my Twitter. So, yeah. Pass it over to our lovely producer, game master, Anita.
That's me. Hi, everybody. I'm Anita. But first, before I go through my outros, I need to do an after credits scene for Noir. The camera shifts to the lower decks of the ship. Sitting around a table is a Caitian engineer, a transporter chief, a younger science officer, female, and a couple other folks sitting around a table playing poker. And the transporter chief sort of looks at them and says, okay, like, it feels like a dream, right? Like, we were different people, and now we're the same people, and I feel like everybody's been mispronouncing my name. I just don't get it. And she sort of goes, you're telling me, like, I thought I was a lieutenant, but now I'm an ensign again? God, these ships, time travel. It's Wilma, you gotta burn that card. And, the science officer is just like, fine, I'll burn the card. Is that better? No, I'm out. And, Officer Wanker, sort of stands. This game's getting too rich for my blood. Alright. Have a good night, everybody. And that's where we will end the episode. Have been your GM, Anita. You can find me everywhere at Anita or at Critical Misses, because this is my channel. This is what happens when my partner pays money to name NPCs in my game. You can find me here for Kingsguard on Monday, behind the scenes Wednesdays for Blue Ghosts, which is in its last episode in 2 weeks. And you can also find me here again next week for another episode of this amazing show with this amazing cast. We are going to be doing another season after we're going to be doing a brand new season with new shows coming up fairly shortly here. We're going to be putting out calls for submissions for some new content coming down the pipe. You can also find me other places, but I forget. Morning Ritual tomorrow. Morning Ritual. Speaking of Sina Una, we have HDBT Paladin joining us to chat tomorrow morning.
Nice.
About Sina Una and all the other fun and cool writing projects that they do, and yeah, that's been me. We're gonna go on a raid. I think. Who are we gonna raid?
We got friends? Is that little Riddler still streaming?
Let's see. It's still the Riddler online?
It seems like it on my end.
It's the Riddler is playing Dead by Daylight. So we're gonna go say hi to D. We're gonna start that raid right now. Thank you everybody for stopping by and hanging out with us. And yes, we can use the hashtag Justice for Noir as our lovely little raid cry. Also next week for the Lost Frontier, we will have Noir in as a special guest, doing special guest things and y'all, if you thought this episode's full of feels, next episode's gonna bring the heat. We'll talk to you all next time. Bye, everybody.